Okay, first order of business, we're gonna install that NK180 Professional here. I already have the mount set up, got the steering cables, everything. This step should be easy as pie. All you have to do is just put this black piece level. Too bad we don't have a lot of clearance, but I should make it work here. There you go. Boom. A quick tip to put this motor, the easiest way. See this line here? This black piece is sort of flat with this, and once you put it like that, you're gonna be able to put this pin through so easy. Even Lucas will do it with his eyes closed. Now let's go ahead and plug in the battery. 24-volt battery. I'm testing the Newport 24-volt battery. They sent that over for testing. I didn't pay for it. If you do want to save 10%, use coupon code ALIEX180, and please use my affiliate link. That's the only way that we get paid. The link down below, if you buy it through there, they're gonna track it and they're gonna pay a little bit of commission to me, which helps me a lot to keep these videos up. Now let's go ahead and plug in the throttle. We got 26.5 volts. That means we have plenty of voltage. Let's go ahead and set up the motor. So this one is gonna go over here. Lucas, what you doing, Lucas? Boom. This is gonna bring the motor up and down, and these two are for the steering. I shouldn't have removed it before, but it doesn't matter. It's a quick fix. Just go in here, make sure you lock it. Then the other one is gonna go right here, but we need the steering cable. So I'm using the stock steering cables. We have a little issue here where you see the mount is too fat. It's kind of like on the way, but it should work. If this was a permanent setup, I would definitely go ahead and cut a little bit over here to make this steering cable work better, but for now I think it will be fine. There. And this is for the reverse. Bring the motor up a little bit so we could get on the water. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, this thing is working like amazing. Okay, Lucas, I'm gonna get on the water, Lucas. Oh, I didn't bring a paddle. That's fun. I didn't bring a paddle. I don't think I have a paddle in the car at all.
Papa.
Not yet. I think it'll be fine here, but let's drop the motor a little bit. Since I don't have a paddle, I'm gonna try to use the motor. To get out of here. Oh my god, it's working. So I'm turning here. Let's see what's up. Let's just do a few runs to get a feel for it. See the steering cable being like, the mount is kind of like on the way. It's an easy fix though. Is the motor completely on the water? Oh, it's fine, I think. Could be a little higher. The mount is flexing down, so totally bring the motor bracket forwards. Yeah. Let's do a donut here. Wow, a lot of water gets on the back of the Shearwater. That's not cool. It should drain out, but like, it's too much water over there. Look at that. Not sure if I should go and take a minute to fix the steering on the back to make it steer, but I mean, it's steer fine. I'm planning to go down the keys today, and I'm not gonna be doing like super sharp turns all the time like I do here on testing. Mostly it's gonna be like just trying to stay put, go in a certain direction, and then turning left, right or left when I have to. It's not gonna be like a like a test like I'm doing here today. I'm thirsty though. Okay, the first thing I want to do is I want to see if I go 25% power, how fast we go. This setup here on the NK180 is a little bit different. You gain most of the speeds at the maximum power output. Like 25% power is only pushing 16 watts, and I want to see how fast that is. And that is good enough for 2.2 miles an hour, which is like faster than what you want sometimes when you're trolling, when you're just fishing an area. So let's bring that down to, I don't know, let's say 5%, because I think what's the lowest you could go to? Let's see. The lowest you could go to is 1%. It's pushing 9 watts, and that is 1.5 miles an hour. So that's really nice. I think there's gonna be a little bit of current. You see the water moving that way, so subtract a little bit. Maybe it's really going at 1 mile an hour. You hear the motor cracking. All right, right now it's 50% power. We're only pushing 47 watts, and this motor is like 600 watts motor. That means it's not really 50% of the output, but it's 50% percentage wise in the throttle here. So it's at 2.9 miles an hour, 2.8. Let's turn around and see if we get the same speeds going this way. A track at 2.8, 2 and up to 3 miles an hour. 2.3, 2.4, so it's like 0.4 miles an hour. We hit 2.6 right now, so it's striking at 2.7. So maybe there's not a lot of current today. Well, that's good. 75% power is pushing at 170 watts. It's not even half the output of the motor, and you have the throttle at 75%. And I'm tracking 3.9 miles an hour, 4 miles an hour. Wow, that is very interesting. Okay, voltage is 26.33, max capacity 50 at 24 volt. Current draw is 6.5. Okay, so the Newport vessel app doesn't quite tell me the endurance, how much left I have based on the power that I'm using, but I'm gonna drop on the screen some calculations that they did do with this motor, and they're pretty accurate based on my experience with the NK180. 85% power, we're pushing at 290 watts, 293 watts, which is basically half the output of this motor. So that to me is kind of crazy, and I think I know why they did it that way, because the NK300, which I'm gonna test right after I finish with this little water demo, that thing, you just move the throttle a little and it just goes super fast. It goes to like almost maximum output, and what happened is it may cut you off guard and may throw you off the boat. So I know why they did it that way, this way. All right, we drawing 11 ad. It's too early, it's the middle of the day, but I don't want to be calculating how many hours I have left. Like, I don't want to use my head right now. 4.9 miles an hour. Let me turn here. This is 85% power. This is basically 50% output, total output of what this motor could do. And I want to see how fast we go if I just let it go. 100% power, guys, which is 600 watts. You can see it there on the screen. 600 watts. 5.6. Let's see if that was a fluke. 5.3, 5.8, 5.6. 5.6 miles an hour at maximum throttle. Let's see how we turn. That was interesting. 5.6 miles an hour. Let me see if I go this way, what is the maximum that it would track at. 5.5, 5.8, drop to 5.4, 5.5, 5.4, 5.5. Yeah, I think the real speed is 5.6 because it tracked it again. So maximum speed on this lake, on this motor, with just me and not many extra stuff, just the battery, we're pushing at 5.6 miles an hour. That battery is very lightweight. I'm not gonna put it in front of me. I don't think 28 pounds, 26 pounds actually is gonna make any difference as to leveling up the boat and making it go faster. If it's a heavier battery like the The 36 bolt one, yeah, I think that one totally probably is gonna make a difference, and we're gonna be testing that out right now. One more thing I gotta test though is the reverse. I wanna see how good the reverse is. So I'm gonna hold the reverse thing here and pray for me. Gonna kill the motor completely. I'm going 100% in reverse now. And look at that, guys. No water is on the tank well. That is crazy. No water in the tank well going in reverse. But yet when you go forward, oh, I see why. You see those copper plugs holes is putting a lot of water in the tank well. Look at that. You see all the water coming in? I guess if you plug them, you should be fine, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of like interesting. If you're gonna go maximum speed and you have something like a black pack or something, put some razors on it, because the tank well is just gonna get full of water. And I think it's just gonna be worth once I put the NK300 on it. You could plug them too. I just don't like putting the copper plugs because water is gonna pull in and it's not gonna drain out. So now you're gonna have that whatever. See, once I stop, the water came out. So I don't think it's a big deal. Like, it's not gonna, with this motor, I don't think it's gonna be as bad as it is on the 133X by Ascent, because this boat actually drains out. The Ascent one doesn't. So that is the difference right there. Like, yes, water is gonna come in, it's gonna pull in, but as soon as you stop, it's gonna drain out. As soon as water starts coming in the boat, it's gonna go out, right? But with the 133X, it comes in and it stays in. That's the difference, because kayaks sit on top. That's why they have is copper holes, right? So water could get in and out. It's not like water's never gonna get in. Water's gonna get in. You may feel different about the water coming into the tank well, but I really don't mind it that much, because it drains out quickly. Look how much water is coming in. You see? Okay, so now let's see how fast it takes to drain out. See, it's coming out already. Let me stop it. You see? Water's already draining out. There's little water left on the tank well. So water comes in through those two scupper holes, which you could plug, put in scupper plugs. Not much water should come in after you do that, but I have a feeling that water will still come in, because this Shearwater, the walls are very low, and you're gonna have splashes and stuff. That's why I don't like to use the scupper plugs. But it's not a big deal. As you can see, it's kind of like dried up already. So it's not a problem for me, because my problem will be if it doesn't come out, and it does come out. So we're fine there. I'm gonna go ahead now and make some changes. Let's put the NK300 on this and pray for me. There's gonna be another video. Why? Because you guys only watch 20% of the video. So if I put everything in one video, you're gonna miss a lot of content. So I'm gonna put it on a second video if you're interested on that. Because maybe you click on this video because you only care about the 300 or the 180, and then you stop watching as soon as the other one shows up. This mount is done. 4:22 p.m. I don't know, maybe you should buy the one that they make for this instead of DIYing it. I mean, you could. I did. I had to put an extra washer because 2.5 inches is just too long. You don't want to strip out those things, but if you don't mind drilling, you could open this up here and just put back in place and make it special. Right here on the back, I use this little bolt that came with one of my electric bikes, and I use a leftover piece of the Newport install setup. This is the reverse things. I don't really use it. It was in the backyard, so I just made this bolt fit in here because I went to a Home Depot and I needed, like, I mean, I should have measured this better. It looks like it's 4 inches, but I think it's longer than that. I think I needed 6.5, and I couldn't find 6.5 or 7, so I made this work. Plus it looks nice. I'm gonna attach the handle back, but maybe not, because what's the point? I'm gonna try to reach out to get the handle, and then, you know, I'm just gonna hurt myself, so I'm gonna use that. Now let's go ahead and install the motor. What do you know? The mount is set up And I just realized something by looking at this is that you see where I put the motor? It doesn't have to be there. I could put this motor way forward, just didn't want to cut this one. But like if you're gonna make this from the ground up, what you can do is easily just get a platform just to stand the base here up to here, and then you bring that base all the way forward, so the motor will end up being like over here instead of where it is. I find it that if the motor is far back, it tends to be more efficient with the kayak. I see a problem here though. If I go speed, this thing is gonna pull up. So maybe I should put this in level 2. Let me see how that would look. Yeah, I think level 2 will be better, so let's take care of that. Looking at the boat, I think that is gonna be more efficient, because the way that it was set up before, it looked like the motor was kicking up. Now it should go with the boat. Anyways, we're gonna test all this stuff in the water, and if I'm gonna do this permanent, definitely move this base, like move this over here, because there's a lot of flex right here, and I think this could handle it for the test, but over time it's probably gonna snap or something's gonna happen to it. So